In the play Othello, one is introduced to the character Iago. Knowing the play, it is up for discussion whether Iago is a Machiavelli villain or not.
First we'll talk about what a Machiavelli villain is. The villain is a person who has great concern about his or her reputation. It is one who does not necessarily want to learn to be good, but one who wants to appear as if. For instance, it is good to be thought generous, but being too generous will harm him or her. Meanwhile, the villain has to modest with his or her generosity to avoid having a reputation of miserliness. The villain has to be thought of as merciful by his or her people to achieve love and respect, but must be thought of as cruel by his or her enemies to achieve fear.
A Machiavelli villain must not be quick to believe the worst and act impulsively. The villain must only keep his word when it benefits himself. The villain has to contain traits of the lion, which means that he has to punish the people that are against him. And he has to contain traits of the fox, which means that he'll be able to defy a snare, / know when he are being lied to.
The character Iago contains a lot of these character traits in the play Othello. Iago lies to everybody and only does things that benefits himself. He is very manipulative and sly as the fox, and this is portrayed when he uses Rodrigo as a puppet to do his work of evil, such as convince Brabantio that Othello is with his daughter. He only keeps his words when it's to his own benefit, which we can see when Iago lies to everybody around him, and by that creating plots that in the end benefits only himself.
He does not, however, want to be feared by others, but creates close and trustful relationships with the other characters. He knows that if everybody trusts him, it's easier to convince people of his lies. In the Machiavelli villain, Machiavelli talks about a certain prince of our time, who preaches nothing but peace and loyalty, but he could not be more hostile to the both. This resembles a lot to Iago, whom also goes around having a reputation of being honest and trustful, while he couldn't be further from the both. There are pros and cons whether Iago is a Machiavelli villain or not, but we think that he is because he has the same moral as one. He only cares what people think about him, and he uses that to deceive them.